You just search for how to route support requests by priority in Zapier. I'm going to show you exactly how that works right on screen using a real form and a real filter. Let's jump straight in. I'm already signed in and looking at my Zapier dashboard. You want to start by clicking Create in the upper left corner, then choose Zaps. That opens the Zap editor in a new tab, and the first thing you see is the trigger step waiting to be set up. When to tick that trigger step to open the app picker. This is where you connect the source of your support request. I'm going to type Google Forms into the search bar because that's what my team uses, but you can pick whatever you have. Typeform, HubSpot, Zendesk, Airtable, they all work the same way. Select the app, then you need the trigger event that fires when a new request comes in. For Google Forms, I'm choosing New Form Response, but if you're on Zendesk, that would be New Ticket or New Record in Airtable. Click Continue. If the account isn't connected yet, you get a prompt to sign in and authorize it. That's quick, so I'm skipping past it. Now I'm on the trigger configuration. I picked a specific form from the dropdown. Mine is called Support Request Form, and click Continue again. Before we move on, test the trigger. Click Test Trigger and let Zapier pull in a sample record. It found one, so I can see all the fields: customer name, email, subject, description, category, and the one we care about, priority. This field needs to be in your sample data. If you don't see it, go back and make sure your form actually has a priority question and that you've submitted at least one test entry with a priority value. I set my form to have a dropdown with low, medium, high, and urgent. That part matters a lot, and I'll explain why in a minute. Now the part that actually does the routing, the filter. Click the plus button directly below the trigger, search for Filter by Zapier, select it, and then click Continue. The filter is what decides whether the rest of the Zap runs or stops right here. On the setup screen, I'm picking the field that holds the priority. This is a drop-down that shows all the fields from your test data. I select priority, and for the condition, I want to catch the stuff that needs immediate attention. I'm going with priority exactly matches high. But I also want urgent requests to fire the same workflow, so I click Add or Condition, pick priority again, and set it to exactly matches urgent. You can stack as many ORs as you need, but keep the values exact. This is where that predefined drop-down I set up saves your whole automation. If one person types high and another types high or urgent, the filter will miss them. That's the single biggest mistake people make here, and it's completely avoidable by using fixed drop-down values in your form. I'll never stop saying that. Click Continue, and Zapier tests the filter against your sample data. My sample is urgent, so it says the Zap would have continued. If it had been a low priority, it would show that the filter stops the Zap. Always check that result. If it stops when it shouldn't, your condition is wrong. Go back and fix the field and the values. Now we route. Click the plus button below the filter to add an action and choose where high priority requests should land. I'm sending mine to a Slack channel that my support team watches constantly. You could just as easily create a ClickUp task, an Asana task, a Trello card, or a dedicated Zendesk ticket. Pick the app that fits your team. I'm searching for Slack, then selecting Send Channel Message. After you connect the account, you'll configure the action. I'm choosing the channel name. Ours is called Priority Support. Then I'm mapping the message body. I always put the priority level right at the top of the message so it's impossible to miss. It'll say something like, urgent, new request from, then I map the customer name and email, and then the subject and description. You can also add the category and any other fields. If you are creating a task instead of a message, this is where you'd assign it directly to the escalation team or the on-call technician. The idea is that the notification shouts the priority without anybody having to read past the first line. Before we publish, test the action. Click Test Step. Zapier sends a real message to Slack. I'm switching over to our Slack workspace to check that it landed in the right channel and that all the map details are there. The urgent label, the customer info, the subject. Looks good. If something was missing, I'd come back and adjust the mappings and test again. Once you're happy, review your whole workflow from top to bottom, then give the Zap a descriptive name. I'm naming mine Route High Priority Form Requests. Click Publish. The Zap is live, and from now on, any submission with priority set to high or urgent will trigger that Slack notification automatically. Now that it's running, there are two things you'll almost certainly want next. First, handling the lower priorities. Instead of packing everything into one Zap with complicated filters, I create separate Zaps for each priority level, or better yet, use Paths by Zapier. Paths lets you branch the workflow inside a single Zap. One path for urgent and high that goes to the escalation channel, one path for medium that sends to the standard queue, and a path for low that just logs it to a spreadsheet. That's cleaner and easier to maintain. Go to the Zap editor, add a path step right after the trigger, and set up each branch with its own filter and action. I use 3 paths most of the time. Second, keep an eye on Zap history. That's in the left sidebar. It shows every run, including when the filter stopped the Zap. If you're seeing too many high priority notifications and you realize your team set everything to urgent, you know you need to coach them on priority definitions. At least the routing itself is right, and you can catch that drift before it buries your on-call people. If this walked you through it, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and leave a comment saying this was helpful. Comments are what push this to other people looking for the same thing.